Hey everyone, today we're breaking down those super sneaky traps in TOEIC Part 5 that even the pros trip over.
Exactly. Statistics show that up to 70% of test takers get these types of questions wrong.
Yep, these questions have an easy pick me written all over them, making you want to nail them in a split second.
And because of that mysterious confidence, everyone ends up falling into the trap together.
So today we're going to dismantle these traps one by one in the most direct and no-nonsense way possible.
Ready?
Let's dive straight into the questions. Where's the catch in this question? A lot of people see the noun regulations and instinctively grab the adjective safe. That's the formula trap getting you again. This is a classic TOEIC favorite, the compound noun trap. So why are A and D wrong? Usually we use adjectives to describe the nature of a noun. Safe regulations would literally mean the regulations themselves are safe, like they won't bite you. But TOEIC tests business usage. In business English, two nouns often team up to form a specific professional term. If you pick B safety, congrats. You've officially got a business brain. I've put together a list of the most common compound nouns in TOEIC Part 5. The ones that usually make students overthink. Like plus subscribe to stay trap-free. Stop being a slave to the formulas.
Did you notice it? In this question, all 4 answer choices look almost identical in Chinese. But if you look just a little closer, you can spot the answer right away. In the TOEIC test, whenever you see a semicolon, a blank, and then a comma, that blank almost always belongs to a conjunctive adverb. Quick note: common conjunctive adverbs include however, therefore, nevertheless. Example: Clause 1, semicolon, however, Clause 2. This is one of the must-know TOEIC 3-second elimination tricks before you walk into the test room. And what other questions can you solve in just 3 seconds?
Learning this trick can easily save you at least 10 seconds per question. Now try using the 3-second method. For question 1, is the blank asking for a conjunction or a preposition? Step 1, look after the blank. Is there a verb? Step 2, if there's no verb, then the phrase is just a noun phrase, so confidently choose the preposition C despite. This is one of TOEIC's favorite traps. They give you a long string of adjectives to make you think it's a full sentence. But if there's no real verb, then it's nothing more than a noun.
This question is a classic trap in TOEIC and grammar exams, especially in the topic of participial modifiers. Once you locate the main verb, you're only one step away from the correct answer. Step 1. Identify the main verb. Must be shredded is the main verb, so the blank cannot be A or D. Step 2. Check active versus passive meaning. Documents contain information. This is an active natural relationship. The document is the one doing the containing, so we eliminate C. There's also a quick shortcut for determining active versus passive. If the blank is followed by a noun object, e.g. containing sensitive information, the action is active, so choose VING. If the blank is followed by a preposition, e.g. information is contained in documents, it's usually passive, so choose VPP. This TOEIC question is a classic trap designed to test your understanding of verb properties. The test makers intentionally include option A raised to trick learners who rely on Chinese-based logic, such as thinking the cost was raised sounds acceptable. This pushes students to overlook a key English grammar rule: transitive verbs must take an object. Step 1, check the word after the blank. Significantly is an adverb, not a noun. The blank must be an intransitive verb. Eliminate A and D. Step 2, check the word before the blank. We see have, which signals the perfect tense. Have or has or had plus past participle, V3. Step 3, choose the correct verb form. See risen is the past participle. Correct answer. TOEIC loves testing these twin verbs, pairs where one is transitive and the other is intransitive. Whenever you see these pairs in the answer choices, your first move should always be look at the word immediately after the blank. If there is a noun, choose the transitive verb. If there is no noun, choose the intransitive verb. Using this method can boost your accuracy to over 90%. Where's the trap in this question? The moment learners see the transitive verb specify before the blank, their brain automatically jumps to option A, that, to introduce the noun clause.
And if you translate it literally into Chinese, the supervisor did not provide specific details about this matter. It sounds perfectly reasonable, right? But we can break this trap with 2 simple steps. Step 1. From the answer choices, we know the blank must be a connector for a noun clause. Since specify is a translative verb, it must take an object. The blank introduces a noun clause. Step 2. After should do, we expect an object. Something should follow should do, such as something. Step 3. Find the connector that also functions as the missing object. That leads us to be what?
Remember the golden rule for the noun clauses. If the clause after the blank is complete, choose that. If the clause after the blank is missing something, either the subject or the object, choose what, because what acts as both the connector and the missing object. Use who when referring to people, and which when the sentence gives you a specific set of options to choose from. So next time you see this type of question, don't rely on a literal Chinese translation. Just check whether the clause is missing a piece, and you will be able to solve it in 3 seconds. Master these 5 common traps, and you are already halfway through the door to a 900 plus TOEIC score. Remember, don't choose the option that sounds the nicest. Choose the one that is grammatically correct. If you found this lesson helpful, please give it a like and share it with a friend who's still crying over their TOEIC prep book. See you in the next lesson. Bye!